All right, today this is a quick video on how to create a GIF using our practice GIF assignment. So the first thing that you need to do is download the images. The images are located on Schoology under the practice GIF assignment in a zip file. We're going to download this zip file by clicking on it. If you're in Chrome, it pops up down here. If you're in Firefox, it will pop up at the top. If you're in Safari, again, make better life choices. We're going to open up this zipped folder by clicking on it, and then the unarchiver will pop up, and that's it. To verify that you have downloaded your GIFs photos, you can go to your Finder, Downloads menu, and take a look at them from there. It should be a blue folder. If it's still just a zip folder by itself, double-click on that to unarchive it again. So we have our GIFs, photos. Let's get started. So over here in Photoshop, the first thing you're going to go do is go to File, Open. And you're going to file open the first image from your Downloads folder, GIF photos. And the first image is DSC0005, 6, 7, 8. See how that works. So I'm going to file open 005, and there we have it. Now the next ones I'm going to insert by doing the File, Place Embedded method. So we're going to go to File, Place Embedded, and I'm going to grab 06. Now that embeds the next one. You're going to see the X across it. We're going to confirm that we want that picture there by hitting Return on our keyboard. Now the X is gone. We can do this again. File, Place Embedded, 007. Hit Return on our keyboard. So I'm going to do this a couple times, constantly grabbing the next one over and over again. Until I have all 6 layers. Here's my last one, 0010. So now you can come over here and take a look that we have our background layer, which was our 0005, all the way up to number 10. That's exactly what we want. Now most social media prefer more of a square method for GIFs, and you're going to see GIFs in squares a lot. So let's do that. Because they're all in one file, we can crop all these images together at once. To do that, we're going to go to the Crop tool, which is the 2 right angles. And then we're going to go up here, and in this drop-down menu, we are going to select 1 by 1 square. You're going to see the rule of thirds grid pop up for you, and I think we don't need to reposition it at all. It should be good just as is. So let's hit Return, and it's going to go through and crop all those layers at once. We still have our individual layers, but they've all been cropped to a square. Now, let's animate. So we're going to go to a new window that we've never had before. Window, all the way down to Timeline. Now, Timeline is where our animation takes place. You're going to see a new bar pop up down here. And there's going to be a choice space here. We are going to select this caret, and we are going to go, instead of create video timeline, we are going to create frame animation. So now that this button says create frame animation, we can click on it. Bam. So now we have a little frame over here. Ta-da! So now that we have this frame, let's create more so that we get more of an animation. We're going to create our frames from our layers. So we're going to go to this menu button right here on our timeline and go to Make Frames from Layers. So to create, now that I've done that, you can see that there are several different frames on the computer. If you hit play, it will play through them very fast. In fact, way too fast. So we are going to change, my recording button's in the way. I'm going to move my, there we go. Now I can get to it. We're going to change 0 seconds to 0.2. Whoop-de-doo. And then we're not going to have it loop once. No good GIF loops once. We're going to make it loop forever. So now we can hit the play button. Bam! Tippity type type click clack. So that's not all you're going to do though. You need to add different types of animation. So I'm going to add a new layer for every single frame I have. So here's my new layer button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to select my first frame, select layer 1, and then I'm just going to draw. Maybe little lightning click clacks. Maybe I'll add text. Maybe I'll just draw the text. If you're not good at drawing text, just type it. It's okay. Click. And then on layer 2, you can still see that that's been applied to all of them. Well, this is how the GIF works. If you notice in frame 1, only your first picture is visible. If you click on frame 2, your second layer is visible, and etc., etc., etc. So I'm going to hide that layer 1. I'm going to re-click on frame 1 and be like, you know what, Photoshop, I only want it in frame 1. So let's hide all these and show this one. Now let's hide it from these other ones. We don't need it there. It's hidden. So now we got the click. So let's go to number 2 and reveal that. And let's do a, I don't know, a clack. So now you have a click clack, click clack. So what I want you to do is go forward and continue adding to your frame. So let's say I select frame 3 now. I'm going to highlight my layer 3 because that's going to correlate. You can always rename your layers too if that helps you. And you can continue to draw. You should draw until every single one has some sort of animation. It could be different filters because you guys have learned how to use filters on your pictures. You could use text. You could use adjustment layers. You can draw. This is entirely up to you. But play around. This is your practice time. Now let's say we're done. I know I'm not, but for the sake of time, let's say I'm done. How do you export a GIF to make it work? Well, first off, always save a Photoshop version in case you need to go back and edit it later. So I'm going to go File, Save. We're going to name this GIF, not gift, maybe it's a gift, practice.psd. And I'm going to put that in my Google Drive, which I have saved right here, Photography 1. You'll see attaches to my Google Drive, boop-de-da. And we're going to keep the format as a Photoshop document. Just in case anything happens, you know these computers crash all the time. So I'm going to hit Save and hit OK. Down here in the status bar, you'll see that it is slowly saving, slower than usual, but we've never had to do animation before. So we're going to wait on that, maybe sip a nice coffee. Nice coffee. Okay. 98%. All right. Now let's export this so we can see a GIF on the web. So we are going to go to File, Export, Save for Web. Now when this pops up, it's going to be a white screen for a bit. It's got a lot of information that it's processing, and the more layers and more animation you've created, the more information it's going to process. Now right now, our GIF is 4,000 pixels. And as awesome as 4K GIFs on Reddit are, that's the only place you can upload them to. You can't actually upload any file that size to any other social media. And it's kind of impractical. So we're going to still keep it pretty big. We're going to go down here to image size and make it 600. You'll notice that the height and width change. And you're also going to notice that it's probably going to load and finally fit on your screen. Yeah, that's actual size now. Perfect. Then we're going to go here and hit save. Ooh, saving. So you're going to see it's already a .gif. Let's save that. Perfect. And now let's test it. So I'm going to go to my Google Drive, my Drive. Ooh, I have a lot of folders. Photo 1. And I'm going to drag the .gif over, oop, that's not it, over into a Chrome tab, or Firefox, or, I mean, you could use Safari. And that's how you can get it to click, click, clack. I wonder what this other one looks like. Let's take a look. Yeah, click, click, click. All right, if you just double click and open it, you're going to open it in Previewer. And Previewer it's not web-based. You're not going to be able to see the GIF. You're just going to see its individual frames. So, you have a working GIF now. What do? Submit it to Schoology like all these wonderful people did, and you're done. And you are ready to start creating your own GIFs. Your GIF assignments, you must make 3 of them, and they must be from your own original photographs. Have fun.